morning with newspaper review from Vanguard newspaper, and this one says Nigeria on brink of collapse. Catholic Job says, of course, it's on some Vanguard newspaper, so you can go and check it out. Says subsidy remover. It's still on subsidy remover, ladies and gentlemen. It's saying Nigeria on brink of collapse. Go and check that news out. Might not really be all everything you're thinking, but just you can as well go and check it out so that you know what it means by Nigeria on brink of collapse. Right there on Vanguard newspaper headline this morning. So we'll move straight to no court order stopping us from peaceful protest. NLC tells FG. No court order stopping us from peaceful protest. Of course, Nigeria Labour Congress have been saying that this is going to be a peaceful protest and no court order will stop them from carrying out their social responsibility. This one is on Vanguard newspaper, so go and extract all the needed information that you need this morning from Vanguard newspaper. All right, so moving forward, this one says Tribunal, Presidential Tribunal, INEC, Tinubu, Atiku, Obi to adopt final addresses today. This one is on an election petition tribunal, so it says Tinubu, Atiku, Obi to adopt final addresses today. It's on Vanguard newspaper, so go and read through it and extract all the needed information that you need. All right? All right, moving forward, we still have pains over unpaid benefits. Retired Abia judges. This one is still on Vanguard newspaper, so go and check it out. Pains over unpaid benefits. Retired Abia judges clamoring for their unpaid benefits to be paid to them after retiring from active service that they feel like it's actually, of course, their right. So, and I implore all the Abia and the new government of Alex Oti to look into this and find a lasting solution to it. Of course, you know that we still have our guest reviewer in the house that very shortly will be doing justice to some of this, and then we'll be giving it the kind of face that it really needs. All right, this one says hoodlums loot food warehouses in Adamawa. 5 killed as Governor Fintiri declares curfew. So go and check it out. Hoodlums loot food warehouses in Adamawa. 5 killed as Governor Fintiri declares curfew. So go and check this particular news out. It's on Vanguard newspaper this morning. So, and I have this one again that says subsidy removal Nigeria. Okay, I've read this one before. So this one is no court order can stop us. Now, what we're going to do right now is to go straight to other newspapers, and then when we go on a short break, when we return, we'll still keep going to various newspapers to extract some of the headlining stories right there. So we'll go on a short break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Of course, it's still Super Citizen and Sunrise this morning. My name still remains EKENE, EZEPUE. All right, we'll move straight to Punch newspaper this morning, which says that Niger coup plotters dismiss ECOWAS threat. Bazoum reinstatement. All right, of course, you know about that story. Of course, the ousted Bazoum, the Niger Republic presidents, and then all the whole hula baloo surrounding that particular story. So, it's still resurfacing on Punch newspaper this morning. So go and check it out. All right. So we'll move straight to this one that concerns our national lives, and it says military destroys another illegal refinery in Delta. All right. So this one boils down to another economic waste. Of course, things like this should be turned into government properties, of course, instead of destroying them. Because we'll need most of these refineries that, of course, once government, apprehend some of these things, it should be turned into public use. Like, it should automatically become government property. All right, that's what people are saying. And then we'll move straight to this one, which says Operation Flush. 88 robbery suspects arrested in Lagos, clampdown continues. 88 robbery suspects arrested in Lagos. Clampdown continues. Of course, you know about this particular surge in the increase of unwanted individuals. Well, I call it criminals, raising their ugly heads in Lagos once again. So, of course, it was in the news a couple of weeks back, and then we talked about it that Lagos government to rise up to the occasion. Of course, Lagos government and the Commissioner of Police have already started working, and 88 people have been arrested in this respect. So, what we are saying is, all right, make sure that the people that are actually arrested are actually the right people that actually have some criminal records over time, over the years. So when you start tracing such individuals, such elements that's been able to, commit one offense or the other against the state in the past, of course, this is a way to go to start unraveling some of the things or some of the unknown, some of the unknown things that are going on underground that should be known before it becomes. That's what is called. Intelligence. Intelligence is trying to stop a crime before it happens. You understand? So you foil it, and then don't even allow it to see the face, to see the light of the day. Of course, that's what intelligence does. All right, we move straight to this one, which says currency in circulation is 2.26 trillion, says CBN. Of course, there was a cash crunch during the beginning of the year. And now the CBN is coming out to say that the currency in circulation right now has hit 2.26 trillion naira, says CBN. That's the currency in circulation at the moment. All right, another one on Punch newspaper is saying global petrol price rises by 20% again. So what does it have to do with us? Will it increase our local price? Will it affect it in any way? That's what we'll be finding out as time unfolds. Of course, you know that our fuel prices now hang on the international price. So whatever happens on that international scale will definitely affect our local price here. So we look forward to this and see if it's going to happen or not. And I hope federal government will find a way, All right, moving straight. Kano returns to DSS custody after checkup by personal doctors. And this one is still on Punch newspaper this morning, so still go and check it out. It's talking about Kano. Of course, there's been a lot of speculations as regards to his health. And now the DSS have actually granted him some medical privileges, so she can be able to go and check up, do some checkup, and then to keep him in the right physical and health condition. All right, go and check this one out. It's on Punch newspaper this morning. And I have this one here, which says over 20,000 Nigerian girls stranded in Mali. NAPTIP is saying this, that over 20,000 Nigerian girls are stranded in Mali. So go and check this one out. It's on Punch newspaper. In case if you're looking for, maybe you go to NAPTIP and find out some of those stories are there. If there are cases of some of this people, some of these missing people, missing girls, you should go and check out on NAPTIP might have some information for it. All right. A lot of things are going on in the country. Of course, you know that some of our girls are overly ambitious. They want to go and sort for greener pasture out there, and then anything can happen. Some people normally say that devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. You're in Nigeria and then you feel like all hope is lost. You want to go and look for greener pasture out there in a country that you know nothing about. And then when you go there, you get trapped, and then you people back home start missing you, feeling like maybe something might have gone wrong. Of course, sometimes something might have gone wrong. Now we are hearing it right here that over 20,000 Nigerian girls stranded. So thank God that it's still a case of being stranded. That is not a case of maybe being imprisoned or something. Maybe even the other case, maybe being dead as well. But this is a case of being stranded. So there's hope. And if your words or maybe your relative is missing, so you can still go and check them out on NAPTIP and see if they have a database for this, and then and start looking for people like this, like that from NAPTIP database. So now 15 ministerial nominees submit credentials ahead of screening. This one is still on Punch newspaper this morning, and it's saying 15 ministerial nominees submit credentials ahead of screening. Of course, you know that the screening of this newly appointed ministers have not started. We are looking forward to for it to start anytime from now. So now we are saying that more 15 remaining ministerial appointees 15 ministerial nominees submit credentials. It means that some things are still going on. So more 15 of them are still submitting their credentials for screening. Of course, you know that the Senate and the House of Reps will start. The Senate will start screening some of these appointees anytime from now. So moving straight, we have this one: uncover CBN NNPCL mess. Economists groups tell Tinubu special investigators. Uncover CBN NNPCL mess. Economist groups tell Tinubu special investigator. Yeah, this one maybe has a lot to say about some of the things that we don't know about going on in the CBN, NNPCL, that the federal government, special investigators should look into some of these things that are going on right there, which the public, that is out of the public eye, so that the federal government special investigator should unravel some of those. All right, moving straight moving on Punch newspaper, and this one says NLC insists on Wednesday strike, mobilizes workers. Of course, you know about this the ongoing NLC notice for nationwide protest. This one is saying is strike. Is coming out a strike on Punch newspaper this morning. So I don't know. What I heard was protest, peaceful protest. It was a peaceful protest on Vanguard. Now we are seeing it as strike. NLC insists on Wednesday strike, mobilizes workers. It's coming out as strike on Punch newspaper this morning. So go and check it out and know what is in the structure or the needed information therein. Now we have this one: NDLEA arrests suspects supplying Lagos nightclubs patrons drugs. All right, this one is coming out on the crime headline of Punch newspaper this morning is saying that the NDLEA arrests suspects supplying Lagos nightclubs patrons drugs. So go and check it out. It's on Punch newspaper this morning, so you can extract all the needed information that you need. Of course, information is power. You have to arm yourself with a lot of it. this morning. All right, let's go on a short break. When we return, we'll move to the next newspaper headline shortly. We'll be right back. It's still Super Citizen at Sunrise. My name still remains EKENE EZEPUE. Of course, it's still Super Citizen at Sunrise this morning. My name still remains EKENE EZEPUE. All right, we'll be going straight to the Nation newspaper this morning, and the one that is boldly written right here, my face looking at me, saying ECOWAS threatens military action against Niger junta. All right, this one is coming as a big headline on the Nation newspaper. ECOWAS threatens military action against Niger junta. Of course, still part of the things going on in the Niger Republic, as their president was ousted some couple of weeks back and is saying that the ECOWAS is taking this one is what I call it a gigantic measure. Of course, it is a gigantic measure that they will be sending military action against Niger junta. All right, go and read through it. It's on the Nation newspaper this morning and extract all the information you need. Now, we have this one coming up again. Is saying that Tinubu directs probe of CBN related entities. Of course, we already said earlier on, NNPC is still part of it. So go and get all the needed information on this particular. I think there's a lot going on in the CBN and NNPC, and I hope that once this thing is unraveled, it should be made it should be made public so that we know to some extent what is going on in this particular organizations. Now we move forward. Don't forget that we still have our guest reviewer in the house, and very shortly we'll be doing justice. He will be doing justice to all these headlining issues right here. Now we have this one coming up, and it says more backing for Kano's call for end to sit at home. Yeah. Kano himself is coming out. Nnamdi Kanu is still coming out to say, and he's getting more backing as well, that to end this sit at home going on in the southeast. Of course, it is actually a right step in the right direction, and I hope that the necessary enforcers should heed to this particular call and then end this menace bedeviling the people of the southeast. Now we move straight to this particular one. It says civil service president commends AIG Imokwede Foundation. Now go and check this one out. Is on the Nation newspaper this morning, and extract all the needed information therein. Now we have new cabinet faces task of economic recovery. This one is on the Nation newspaper. Go and check it out. Of course, if there's anything Nigerians are yearning for is economic recovery, just to recover from all this hardship that people are facing at the moment. If there are technocrats, of course, there are technocrats in this particular nominations that the president just did. But people are saying that he should hit the ground running from day one and start all this economic recovery, and then start heading us towards the right to prosperity. Of course, we want to see that Nigeria, that everything, all the blessings that God has bestowed upon us, for our people to start seeing them right for what it is. All right, now we move straight to this particular one. It says Blinken to Tinubu, US behind you on Niger Republic. This one is saying this one is on the foreign scene, and it says that Blinken has told Tinubu that US is behind him on Niger Republic. Any action is taken as regards to what is going on in Niger Republic, that Blinken is assuring the president of Nigeria that the U.S. is right behind anything or any decision that they take. Because you know that Mr. President is actually the chairman of ECOWAS, of course. So, all right, I think we'll go on a short break so that we can be able to entertain as many calls as possible. Okay, let me just take this particular one. It says presidential election dispute. PDP, Labour Party adopt final written addresses on Tuesday. You can still go and check it out. And then extract all the needed information. Now we'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll read one more headline from another newspaper. Then we'll hit the ground running on our review segment so that we can do justice to some of these topical issues this morning. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. It's still Super Citizen at Sunrise. My name is EKENE EZEPUE. It's still Super Citizen and Sunrise this morning. It's still EKENE EZEPUE rocking your airwave this morning. All right, so we'll go straight to the Guardian newspaper this morning. I have this one, and it says NLC mobilizes meet civil society ahead of Wednesday's action. It's on the Nation newspaper this morning, so go and check it out and know extract all the needed information that is therein. All right, now this one is still resurfacing right here. It says INEC Tinubu Atiku Obi to adopt final addresses tomorrow. Go and check this particular news out and get all the needed information that you need. Now we have this one here, and it says native doctor pays 350 million ransom, recounts kidnappers killing of 20. Native doctor pays 350 million ransom, 50 million naira ransom, recounts kidnappers killing of 20. That means 20 people. Now you can go and check that particular news out. It means that kidnapping is still on the rise in the country. So we should want to use this opportunity to beg on behalf of Nigerian citizens and to beg all the appropriate people saddled with the responsibility of security in Nigeria to rise up to this occasion and make sure that every part of the country is secured the proper way, the way it should be. All right, I have Road 3 Lagos Hospital on maintenance of donated items. Road 3 Task Lagos Hospital on maintenance of donated items. All right, go and check this one out. It's on the Guardian newspaper this morning, and get all the needed information that you need. And then I have this one that says anti-corruption. Tinubu appoints special investigator, probes CBN related entities. Is on the Guardian newspaper again. It's resurfacing on the Guardian newspaper again this morning. So get out and get all the needed information you need. All right. Now, this one is that the ministerial screening, economy, rule of law, foreign policy, security, top agenda for nominees. That's the new nominees. They're saying ministerial screening. That's what should be looked at. You know, why screening them is economy, rule of law, foreign policy, security, top agenda for nominees. All right. Will we be extracting some more from the Guardian newspaper this morning? But it should be after our short break when we return, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it's still Super Citizen at Sunrise this morning. We have still on the Guardian newspaper this morning, and we have Human and Environmental Development Agenda header. Resource Center has urged the federal government to address negative effects of interagency rivalry on the nation's fight against. And it's on the Nation newspaper this morning. So go and get all the full details. Go and pick up a copy and get the full details that you need. All right. Don't forget that the Super Falcons will be slugging it out this morning around 11 a.m. With Northern Ireland. All right. So make sure you go and cheer the girls. Now I have the final one on the Guardian newspaper this morning. It says, Oyo APC backtracks promises to participate in council polls. This one is coming from the Guardian newspaper this morning, so go and check it out. All right, now when we return on this short break right about now, we'll be when we return from this short break we will be going straight to our newspaper review properly, so that we introduce our guests and then get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. It's still Super Citizen at Sunrise this morning with EKENE, EZEPUE. All right, we'll move straight to our discussion segment, and then we have Mrs. Salmon Salami. He's a veteran journalist and a media consultant. Now, we want to discuss this particular headline right here, boldly rating, and it's saying subsidy removal. Nigeria on brink of collapse by Catholic bishops. Do you believe that Nigeria is on the brink of collapse, Mr. Salmon Salami? What are the indices? What indices do you feel that these people use to measure this particular utterance that they made? And then, how do you see this particular development from the Catholic bishops?
Good morning, citizens, lovers of Citizens FM. And good morning, Nigerians. Let me say it loud and clear. Nigeria will not collapse. Nigeria, no matter what is going on now, it is just a passing phase. Nigeria will remain. I appreciate the apprehensions of the Catholic bishops, and no doubt things are not rosy. And mind you, in life generally is in phases. There are times that you face through some challenges, and there are times that you feel that you enjoy. This is the time Nigeria is facing a lot of challenges, no doubt about that. The beautiful thing is this: what are we doing about our challenges? Are we addressing it? And are we addressing it the proper way? And what exactly is the government up to? Thank God that we have a government that is focused. And it is too early in the day to judge the government anyway, but this government will salvage this country. I have that belief. And I want to reassure the Catholic bishops that bishops and indeed men of God should do what they are supposed to do, to intercede for Nigeria, to pray for Nigeria, and whenever they feel that there is the need for urgent attention from the government. They have their line. There is a line of communication. I do not think that Nigeria is on the brink of collapse. Nigeria will not collapse.
Okay, Nigeria will not collapse, and that's the word of Mr. Salmon Salami this morning. Now, do you feel like they're meddling into politics when they make such utterances? You feel like they actually supposed to make such utterances?
Well, you see, politics is in everything. We are political animals. There is nothing bad in pointing out pitfalls. But what I think is that they should not eat up the politics. They are entitled to look at what is going on. They are affected, even though they are bishops. But let them talk to God on our behalf.
Okay. Talk to God on for human mistakes or something that you know that is humans that caused most of those things.
Let me tell you, in everything, we go to God.
All right.
In everything.
All right. We have this particular one. It's coming from NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress, and it says no court order stopping us from peaceful protests. You feel like it's like the way they sounding. They sounded as if they are above the law this time. Like they are not listening to anything. They have their minds made up on the kind of action they want to take. Now, from okay, they said it's peaceful protest nationwide. What are you advising NLC at this particular time? Because they are sounding as if they are above the law now.
Well, no man is above the law. No man is above the law. We are all subject to the law, and the law is supreme. The law of the land must be respected. I agree, and I'm aware that there is freedom of association. They have the right to protest peacefully, provided that the court of law has not made any pronouncement on it. If there is a pronouncement that you should not go on protest, please do not go on protest.
There's a pronouncement that it should not go on strike by the industrial court, but there's no pronouncement that it should not go on protest. So these are different scenarios entirely.
Well, there is a difference between strike and protest. If it is protest and it is lawful and there is no encumbrance on that, of course, they have every right to protest. Every Nigerian has the right to speak his mind within the confines of the law. But, like always advise, there is the need for NLC to be circumspect. Let us explore peaceful areas. Let us come to the table. And what I know very well is that strike, protest, or whatever at this point in time is an ill wind. It will blow nobody any good. Let us avoid it. It is avoidable. For God's sake, let's put Nigeria first.
All right, let's put Nigeria first. If we can avoid strike, let us do everything possible to avoid it, and then come to discussion table. I think that's what Mr. Salmon Salami is trying to say. Now, we move straight to this particular one. It says this particular scenario that played out in 2020, where people were breaking into warehouses where food were stocked, is actually repeated itself in Adamawa State recently. It says hoodlums loot food warehouses in Adamawa. 5 killed as Governor Fintiri declares curfew. Now it means that food are stocked. Maybe they had that this food were actually meant for the general use, public use, and then they broke into it. If you have food that was actually for public use or public consumption, why stocking them? Why don't you give it out to the people? When the people that you're leading, knowing fully well that they are hungry. Because this particular scenario actually played out in 2020, and the government actually came out to, say one or two things as regards to that. But here you are. If you have your people clamoring that they are hungry, why don't you find a way, palliative or something? I think it's reoccurring in Adamawa. How do you, try to break down all this?
I am for whatever is legal. Criminality in whatever form is an abomination. It's abominable. I do not think that breaking into shops simply because there is food there is the right thing to do. It can never be. Do not let us romanticize criminality. We should not accept this. What I am saying is just that whatever must be done within the confines of the law.
Yeah.
We must not break the law. I am not saying that government should be insensitive. I am not saying that government should not take care of the people. I am not saying that government should just feel that yes, we are government.
But it should be done in a proper way.
Government should do the right thing, and the people should know that breaking into shops is an act of illegality.
Of course, it is.
You cannot legalize illegality, and it is unfortunate that 5 people so far have lost their lives. We can't bring them back to life. And I must confess to you, illegality in whatever form is unacceptable.
Okay, illegality in whatever form is unacceptable. Of course, you know that this thing is actually meant for you. Why rushing to go and grab it, by hook or by crook? No, it's not good. So if the government listening to us, because no matter what, we have to balance everything that we're saying, because whatever the government, if such particular largesse is actually meant for the public, it should be, they should have devise a means of telling them that this is for you, that this thing will be shared so and so day. So let's so that you put them in a very good frame of mind, and they should be looking forward to the day that you will share those palliatives to them. But keeping them in the dark, in the face of uncertainties and so many other things, sometimes you might not really can't control some of these things when they rise up, when it comes up. So I'm just saying, for the sake of the people that cannot do it, it might just be a passerby on the day of such thing, and then you just be a victim of circumstance, So that's why I'm saying, for the sake of people that might not even indulge in some of this illegality, the government should be able to, make it open. Whatever policies they are coming up with, put it out there. That's why we have media. So and so will be shared so time. Then they will start enduring until the day that you stipulated for them to come and pick up some of these palliatives.
Let me quickly come in here.
Okay, please.
There is no doubt that there is hunger in the land. I agree. There is no doubt that there are challenges. I know. There is no doubt that things are hard. I know. But in all this, I still do not believe that people should engage in illegality.
Take laws into their hands.
You should not.
Yeah.
You should not. It is unacceptable.
Very, very
This is not a banana republic.
Of course. All right, we go to this one. It says, our pains over unpaid benefits. This one is coming from retired Abia judges. They are saying that our pains over unpaid benefits now. It means that it is a lot of you have to go back and check some of this of the judgments that some of these guys, or maybe during the course of their service, if they are not paid, or maybe they are mentors, because when a judge retires, they have a lot of people that they will be mentoring. So what kind of mentorship do you feel that an unpaid retired judge will be giving out to an upcoming lawyers or people in the same profession. I don't think it's a good thing that we are seeing in Abia State at the moment. He said our unpaid our pains over unpaid benefits retired Abia judges. Mr. Salmon Salami, please, can we do justice to this?
You see, I have always been saying that the labor or the sweat of a laborer should not dry before it's paid. Whether they are judges, whether they are artisans, whether they are workers, what is due to people must be given to them as at when due. It is sad that they are even judges now. And you know what it means to be a judge. They were ministers in the temple of justice. They have paid their dues. And I think this is the time for them to rest. And mind you, like wines, they get better with age. These people are what I call the encyclopedia of our jurisprudence. They have a lot to teach the upcoming ones. They know it. They have experience, and this is something that has been gotten over the years. This is something you cannot get in open market, not even in any market at all.
Of course.
And I think they should be treated well. They should be respected. Government should learn to restore the dignity of man.
All right. Just know that on the 2nd of August, the NLC will be embarking on nationwide protest so that you can be able to watch out for it, and then it won't take you unawares because it's all over the place, and then we are bringing it to you as it's coming as well. So we'll open up our phone lines, and it's 081 822 205. All right. Let me call it again: 081 822 205. Or you call us another line, 090 32 22 9797. I'll call it again: 090 32 22 9797. Call us so you can make your contributions as well. Please make it constructive and precise. All right. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Mr. Kenneth. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you, my brother?
This is Ifeanyi Citizen calling you from Abuja.
Ifeanyi Citizen from Abacha Road. Mr. Ashuku Citizen. Good morning to you.
Yes. This ECOWAS and secure meeting about Niger. They need to be very careful because the American and other people will support our people so that if the war break out, they will sell their arms. They failed to take action against Chad, Senegal, and this Mali and the others of them that have been taking over stability before. Now that you know that Niger is nearing to Nigeria, and anything that happens, all of them will troop out into here, and it is going to affect us. So we don't need to any action that the president has to do. It should not be overwhelming because it's the ECOWAS president. He can do anything. Let him consult the former people that were president of Nigeria before him, and they give him good advice because American and other foreign countries will push us into the river and leave us, and we will suffer.
All right.
So he should be very, very careful with the way he took action. Our 20,000 women that are stranded in other Mali or which is Somalia, I beg, make them know how to resolve them. It's poverty that is making people taken out of this country. Poverty. We don't need to have this dirty poverty that our politicians impose on us. People are suffering and you don't care because you are in the villa taking free government food. Let the rest.
All right.
You don't feel like that.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ashuku. Thank you so very much for your contribution this morning. Thank you so very much. Hello, good morning to you.
Morning, EKENE.
Good morning to you, my brother. Who's on the line at your location?
Maxman calling from Apo.
Maxman, how is Apo this morning?
We can
Please
go there.
turn down the volume of your radio set.
It's done. I have switched it off.
Okay, you've turned it off. Go on, sir. Go
Okay,
on.
thank you.
All right.
Nigeria on the verge of collapse. I think there is a point there, because if you look at the country now, subsidy fuel is now 617. No palliative. I cannot see any job, though the government is a new regime. It has not really stood fair. But if fuel price has gone up, is going up 20% in the international market, that means the price, because it's going to affect our own. We are selling for ourselves at the price because there is no subsidy. The price that we are measuring the amount we sell with the price of international market. So it's going to affect us. No job, no work. What is happening? Why are our leaders frustrating us this way?
All right.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, thank you, Maxman. Thank you so very much. All right, that one is the voice of Maxman that you heard, and he's just expressing emotionally how he feels. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Thank you. Good morning to our guest. My name is Salami from Garimpa this morning.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Salami.
NLC plan action. I'm a civil servant myself, and I make bold to say that NLC, under the leadership of Mr. Ajaero, does not represent or speak for me on this planned action. I want to refresh our memory that shortly during the campaign before the 2023 general election, the same NLC president came out and adopted the Labour Party candidate as its preferred presidential candidate. Facing in this country, the economic quagmire, the social stupor, and political phantasmagoria we are actually it's we the civil servants that padded the budget. It is we that help politicians, both the elected and the appointees, to loot. We are the ones at Federal Ministry of Finance. We are the one at NNPC. We are the one at Accountant General and Ministry of Petroleum. We are part and parcel of the true problem. Ajaero should stop making us look like we are a cent and then we are first class. We should be treated above every other citizen. We are part and parcel of the problem, and we should be part of the solution. I urge him to please put national interest first above political and selfish interest. We are not embarking on any strike. The government is too young, just 6 weeks. Give him time. It should be reasonable, like his counterpart at the TUC. If Nigeria must be great, we must all put aside any personal sentiment for us to support the government of the day to achieve the greater Nigeria of our dream. I do not support this strike, and majority of my colleagues that I know are also against this strike. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Alamin. Thank you so very much. All right, that's the contribution of Mr. Alamin from Gwarimpa. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. This is the voice of Kennedy.
All right, Mr. Kennedy, where are you calling us from?
Calling from Cairo.
Cairo. All right.
I was just laughing when you said a native doctor pay ransom of 350 million. You know, as ransom. It means the gods has money. Well, that's on a lighter note. Anything kidnapping is not allowed and is condemnable. So I just want to ask, these people that pay this ransom, do they pay it, with cash or transfer? That they cannot catch them. May God help us. Now, there was a news you read that shook me very well. You say military destroy another illegal refinery. We are looking for refinery, functioning refinery. Now they discover another one. Now the only solution to it, to give us joy, is to destroy it. Well, I don't know whether the law permits that, but to me, it's a waste of resources. And then talking about this level, talking about going on peaceful protest, any attempt for any protest now can result into, crisis. Because tension is high. People are hungry. People are looking for an opportunity. So telling us about peaceful protest, what guarantee are they giving us that it will not result into crisis? It will not result into landing Nigeria into another trouble. So I just condemn that. If there is any way they can fight for us, it shouldn't be by protest. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Kennedy. Thank you. All right, that's the contribution of Mr. Kennedy, and that's going to be so sorry that we can't take all your calls on today's show. Please remember that tomorrow, I promise you, we'll bring the time of discussion a little bit, making so that we can make sure that everybody participates. All right, so that's going to be the last caller. Mr. Kennedy is going to be the last caller on today's show. So just make sure you join us again tomorrow, and we'll give you all the ample time to be able to contribute. All right, so wait for us tomorrow. All right, I want to get your last reaction, Mr. Salmon Salami.
Alami's contribution is noted, especially the role of the civil servant in the whole mix. Fantastic. And also, I think that NLC should please hearken to the voice of reason and the voice of wisdom. Please shelve the protest for now. This is not the best time to protest.
All right, this is not the best time to protest. Then we should be looking for a very all-encompassing way of charting a way forward for the cause of the country, and then look for a creative way as well to pass the message across to the authority that this is actually what we want, and this is how we feel like if we go about it will be of benefit to every Nigerian.
They should dialogue, and I want the government to listen to them. Please dialogue in the interest of the common man. Let us find a peaceful way of resolving this.
All right, let's dialogue. Jojo is better than war, and that's the where we're going to drop it today on Super Citizen at Sunrise. And don't forget that tomorrow, Super Citizen at Sunrise newspaper review will be coming to you. And then there's a news coming up, and then when it comes up, you'll be the first to know. So just keep it locked on this dial, and thank you so very much for being part of this morning show. And myself, on behalf of myself, and then our guest this morning, Mr. Salmon Salami, thank you so very much for being part of Super Citizen at Sunrise.
Thank you very much. Citizen FM is the place to be.
All right, Citizen FM is the place to be. Thank you so very much, our listeners. Let's do it again tomorrow morning. Once the great news comes, we'll let you know. All right, have a great day, and have a wonderful day as well. Bye for now.